So we're sitting here with Sheldon of legendary barbershops in South Africa and in Africa. Let's just say in Africa now. Yeah. I like that because we're doing the Boardroom Chat and just trying to learn how entrepreneurs have made it in Africa, in Zambia, in South Africa, and all that. So, Sheldon, welcome to my Boardroom Chat.
Thanks a lot for having me.
How are you finding this country so far?
No, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Where have you been?
The people for me just stands out.
Yeah.
People are too friendly.
They're too friendly.
Yeah, and that's basically what makes the country so special.
Yeah.
It's the people, yeah.
All right. And so yesterday, I know we took a walk around the city. I took you to the dingy places and to the upmarket places. Yeah. So where are we looking at in terms of Africa prospering?
No, I think Africa is rich. Is rich with everything. You understand? Most of the time, you think opportunities are in Europe, are in the US, but you're actually forgetting that it's back home.
It's
you
back
understand?
home.
And this is where everything happens. I mean, like, if you can't prosper in your own continent, why would you want to attempt to do something outside? You understand? And even if you go outside, it's not going to be as friendly and as basically to what it is here. You understand? So I mean like our plans are slowly but surely extending into Africa, and we are looking at it. But we're just enjoying the journey.
So we're gonna start from where the journey started. How did Legendary Barbershop start?
So Legends Barbershop started by myself, just cutting hair on the side of in front of a local supermarket on the stoop.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stoop basically on the veranda or on the patio.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was
right.
the stoop. Yeah, so that's how I started out. All I just had was a chair, a clipper, and one customer at a time.
Wow.
You understand? I mean like Rome wasn't built in one day. That was about 10 years ago, 2011.
Yeah.
When the idea just came and said, you know what, let's just try something out there, just see if it will work. Because back then there was barbers all over, you understand? And I think like I share this with you is like one thing that made a difference was that one-on-one relationship with each and every customer that you have. I mean, I used to have a notebook after every customer and just take notes.
Get their number.
And just take notes of that customer's conversation, because that's how valuable it is, you understand? So basically I would write down that person's name and the type of conversation that we had. Next time that person comes to my chair, I go back to my notebook and make reference just to, you know what, we had a conversation, you went for interview, you understand? Okay. And that's how we just grew one.
They became part of you.
Yes.
And so how did you move now from the stoop into your first store?
Yeah, so I mean by the demand, you understand, because eventually word starts spreading and people start queuing up, and sooner or later we had to now develop guys now from the community to basically assist us, especially with this workload. And the first shop was also in 2011, and we grew gradually until the time came when we had to close down.
I like that. I don't like the fact that you had to close down, but I think we had this conversation yesterday where life just happens, you know. You end up shutting down and you probably give up on your dream. So how was the resurgence? How was the rising again from the ashes to be where we're now at 42? I saw today. Is it today when we open the 42nd store?
42nd will be on Saturday.
On Saturday, I saw that on your Instagram. So I was like, wow, So rising like a phoenix or like a child of God. So how did we get where we are now?
I think great lessons. I mean like you sometimes during that time when you fall down, you tend to blame God, and it was like, you know what, I don't want to do anything with this. It's the same thing like I told you, is like this thing just. I just told myself when we close down, I don't want anything to do with barbering. I want to do something completely different. And with that being said, it just happened that this thing came after me. It just happened that it just came after me, and I done homework, I done my research, went back to the drawing board, and just make sure that next time when I go into this thing, I'm going to go full force. You understand? I decided that I'm also going to even quit my corporate job, because that time I was working and I was doing it part time. You understand? So this time I'm going to quit my corporate job. So 2014 I left my job. It was a secure job in basically just decided, you know what, let's just do it full time.
Your story sounds like lots of us who've actually left our jobs,
Yes,
corporate
yes,
jobs, some
yes.
good jobs, well-paying
Yeah,
jobs,
yeah.
traveling jobs,
Yes.
and just to pursue our passion.
Yeah.
And so from that on came on the first store, second store, third store, and now you're franchising.
Yes.
How is that
yes.
going?
Franchising is very good.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it has also accelerated our growth.
Yeah.
It has helped us a lot in terms of management, because it's quite difficult for Sheldon to be at all the stores at all obviously at the same time, and basically having like-minded people to manage your stores according to how we would love.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's basically first price. You see, so it has helped us tremendously.
So how many franchised outlets do you have?
So currently we have about 20 franchise outlets with 22 corporate owned.
Right.
Yes, yeah.
So in all these things, I always ask this question: how does networking help you?
Yeah.
Because you can't, as an entrepreneur, you can't work in isolation. There's always networks that you must draw from. Yeah. So how does that help you, or how has that helped you?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, it has helped me tremendously. I mean, like, even being able to sit here with you, I met you through somebody back home, you understand?
Yeah.
So it's just that connection, being able to get to know people, being able to interact with people. I mean, like, networking is part of entrepreneurship. You understand? You can't be an entrepreneur and not network. You understand? It's really part of basically getting like-minded people into your space and being able to basically help build this journey that you're trying to create.
42 stores later, and you've got a home. You got to balance work, and that is such a challenge for most entrepreneurs, whether male or female. So how do you balance the homework arrangement?
Do you know what? It's not, for me, I see it as there can't be any balance. You understand? For me personally, I see it as this. I see that there can't be any balance. There has to be a synchronization. You understand? Because you have to synchronize what you're doing with your family. You understand? You have to synchronize what you're doing with your partner. You understand? So it all has to form part of you know what? This is not for Sheldon to say, but it's for the whole family to work it out at the same time. So it's basically a balance of both sides. You understand? It's basically coming together and just deciding, let's just work together to achieve this thing.
Wow, I like that. I've usually people tell me how they balance it, but I like the way you talk about synchronizing it. You know what I mean? Let's just find each other, support here, support there, be there when I need to be there, and stuff like that. Yeah, and then your downtime. Do you ever rest? Do you ever rest? Because I see you on the phone, So how's your downtime, if ever?
I mean, the thing is, like for me, when you enjoy something that you do, you understand, it doesn't feel like work.
It's part of your life.
So I feel like every day is my downtime because because I really enjoy what I do. I really enjoy what I do. It's not even for me to go away and just have it doesn't make sense for me. Do
you actually get busy yourself in the barber shops and start cutting, or now you're like, you know what, I've got guys that can do this?
I mean, I don't do it anymore. But I used to be hands-on. I used to be quite hands-on in terms of it. You understand?
Okay.
So one thing I've learned about being an entrepreneur, and especially if you want to expand your business, you have to hand it over to people that's capable of basically taking it to the next level. You understand? Sometimes you find that there's people that's quite better than you in certain fields. You understand? It's just basically handing it over to that person and trying to mentor that person accordingly. So I think like now my daily thing is basically being able to help the teams grow, you understand, and basically help them become better and basically to get the best out of them, you understand, to say this, you understand, because you want to see this dream of legends come to reality.
Yeah, the dream of legends. I just like the word legends altogether.
Yes.
So I know you're doing trainings as well.
Yes.
That's for me is another area that actually encourages me. The fact that you're actually empowering young people, empowering the people that you employ. So what's the Training Institute all about? Yeah,
so basically the Training Institute is to, the main thing is basically to equip local guys, you understand. So our main objective is basically for local development, you understand, to empower local guys to have a skill. Because if you think of it, it's a skill that you will never lose. You understand? It's basically that skill that's going to be
You're still a barber.
You're still a barber, you understand? It's like it's like it's going to be with you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You understand? So to impart that skill into somebody and to basically help them create to basically create the revenue for themselves. You understand? Which makes a huge difference.
So we're looking to explore into Africa,
Yeah.
you know, and for me, it's I always say live your life, and leave a legacy behind, you know. And so for me, when you talk about Legends, you're basically creating a footprint into Africa. But why the rest of Africa? How are we going to manage that?
Yeah, yeah. I think it's the people.
Yeah.
I think it's the people. The one thing that I've learned is that when you talk about legacy, if you want to leave something behind, you understand, you're not leaving a what behind, but you're leaving a who behind. You understand? The who is very important because the who will basically be the people that's responsible to transport your vehicle from point A to point B. You understand? And these are the people that basically left something great behind. You understand? So if you look at people like Stephen Jobs, you understand. Look at people like all of these types of BreakRock, all of these great entrepreneurs, you understand, they always left and imparted knowledge into the people that works with them, you understand. Although this great company was built, but it's basically the who you leave behind.
The who.
So it's basically the people that will be able to transport from what it is now. I do believe that as we look into expand in Africa and basically, I do believe that if I don't live for the next 30 to 50 years, but I know that the team is capable of basically doing tremendous work in all of the world.
You have created a lot of who's for yourself, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
So going forward, you work with a lot of people. I don't know how many members of staff you've got at the moment. So how do you keep them motivated? Because staff sometimes can kill or build your business.
I think like majority of the time it's basically through biblical scriptures. You understand? Because I think anything and everything that you're going through in life, you understand, is basically in the Word of God. You understand? I mean, like I love by the Word. You understand? I'm basically a Christian. You understand? So everything that basically I'm going through, or sometimes you're going through a phase and stuff like that, and you just read a word and basically just brings back that spirit within you. You understand? Just to keep on going. You understand? There's a lot of scriptures that when you're feeling down sometimes, it's just a matter of just touching base on the scriptures, and then you just.
And the staff get it. Your workers get it.
Yeah, definitely.
But I've seen on your Instagram, there's always like team spirit, encouraging each other. Sometimes that doesn't happen in companies where the boss is just the boss, and the workers are just workers. You walk in, you're like a tyrant, and people are scared of you. So I like the fact that Legends seems to be family. It's like a brotherhood of sorts. And also, how do you deal with cocky customers that come in? Because you do. I know if you're how do you deal with cocky customers, the ones that are self-made, and they're thinking they're coming in and they forget that you're actually in a place of Ubuntu, in a place where it's just brotherhood. How does that work?
I think like so we have this rule in the shop basically where it's first come first serve, you understand, and you'll get some customers that would want to skip the queue, that want to say no, I can pay more, I can pay extra.
How do you handle those?
You understand? It's basically we just straightforward and just tell them it's a procedure. You understand? There's nothing we can do. You understand? Sometimes they might go, but you'll see them coming back the next day. You understand? So
the service is good enough for them to come back.
So you understand? It's basically just having the right process in place. It doesn't matter who it is, you understand? Everyone gets treated equally.
And how reachable are you by budding entrepreneurs who want to set up barbershops? They may not want to get the franchise, but just want to get information from you. Sheldon, how can I do this? Sheldon, how accessible are you?
No, I'm very accessible. I mean, if you can check out my page, I always try to interact with up-and-coming entrepreneurs. Understand? I mean, like, there's a couple of businesses that I'm also mentoring. You see, just trying to help them and to get into the right proper space. But I always say like sometimes as an entrepreneur, you understand, you have to take the stance. You understand? Somebody can give you so much advice, but if you're not willing to go to the next step yourself, it's going to be quite difficult for you to grow. Understand? So yeah. But I'm quite reachable in terms of just helping and empowering entrepreneurs out there.
Yeah, that's the living and living and leaving a legacy.
Yes.
Yeah. So as we draw this to a close, I still want to go back to the fact that you had started business on the veranda patio stoop, as you guys call it in South Africa, and eventually grew and then shut down.
Yes.
And then you came back. So what would be your word to somebody who's probably given up business? We've all gone to places where I remember I was doing retail and I ordered stuff from my retirement, my package, and stuff was taken off from China to India.
Yeah.
And then some airline went on strike.
Yeah.
And then one of my stuff was in a warehouse in India, in Mumbai. There was a flood, a typhoon.
Yes.
So all the stock that I bought got drenched in a warehouse, and you just want to give up, But then, like you say, you pick yourself up and say, you know what, I was basically born for this, So that has happened to me, and I know how it is when you just want to say, you know what, enough is enough, let me get back to my job, you know what I mean? But then what would be your word to somebody who's probably gone to a stage where they just want to give up, or they have given up? How do they get back to be the Sheldon now that you are, the Legends barbershops that you have 42 going Saturday? Yeah.
I would say, you know what, and most people don't want to hear it. You understand? Most people, especially when they're going through a difficult time, it's basically just finding your why.
Yeah.
Understand? Finding why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Understand? I think if once you found your why, once you found your purpose, once you found why am I called to do this? Understand? Besides the money, besides the number of shops, besides all of this and that, understand? If you haven't found your why, you understand, you wouldn't be successful in that, you understand? So I think your why is very important.
Why?
You have to ask yourself, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Why is it that people come to me for the specialized skill that I have, you understand? Why does my garments, why does my outfits look like this? You understand? Why? You understand? So I think it's very important just to find your why around it, you understand, and basically work from there. You see, because once you found your why, you'll be able to do exceptional work. You understand, and that why will keep you going during the difficult times.
And that's what kept you going, the why. And you became Be Legendary. I like the t-shirt.
Yes.
Be Legendary. We are all going to be legends, and leave a legacy. So Sheldon, thanks for your time. I know we're going to go out into the city and just find things, find our why, why for the day. But thanks a lot. So welcome to Zambia and enjoy it.
Thank you very much, Alfred. Appreciate it.
So that was Sheldon on the Boardroom Chat. This chat was all about the why and being legendary. So till next time, this is Alfred signing out.